My name's John Wilson. I'm a member of the American Legion and the VFW. I'm on a committee called KSVAC, Kansas Veterans Action Committee, and we formed that to speak for the various splintered veterans organizations around Wichita, like the VFW, the American Legion Post, the DAV, other veterans, about this issue that we're having at the Wichita Veterans Memorial Park. There's a resolution coming up for a vote to allow an outside community to install a memorial in the park that honors foreign soldiers other than U.S. soldiers. This issue is important to us, so we formed KSVAC to speak for the other veterans as one voice, to try to speak with one voice instead of a bunch of splintered groups. The issue of allowing a foreign memorial to go into the park honoring foreign soldiers we feel is wrong. The park was dedicated to American veterans. All the memorials that are in there are for American veterans or for conflicts that America has fought throughout the world at different times. The city owns the land of the park, but all the memorials that are in the park were paid for, built, and donated by veterans and veterans organizations. The only thing the city has done is granted us permission to put the memorial in place, and they've done some landscaping, planted trees, sidewalks, things of that nature. We've been accused that we have other reasons for not wanting this memorial in, such as racism. That is absolutely not the case. If you want to put a memorial in the park, we feel that to earn that right, you have to have served in the United States military and swore an oath of allegiance to the United States of America. And it's as simple as that. If you didn't serve in the United States military, then your memorial, if you want to put one in, should go in a different park somewhere separate. The city has made a couple of mistakes going back several years concerning this park. Evidently, there was no dedication with a set of rules and regulations governing the use of that park. If there is, nobody can produce it, and we can't find one. If they'd had in my research on the internet for other veterans parks throughout the United States, the ones that I could find that had an internet presence, that had a list of regulations that you had to qualify to have your name added to a wall on a particular memorial, or installing a memorial for a certain conflict like World War II or Vietnam or whatever in their parks, almost all of them, all of the ones that had the list published on the internet, require that you had to have served during a certain period of time in the United States Armed Forces through one of our conflicts. In addition, usually there's a requirement that you had to be a citizen of that town or went to school there before you was enlisted, or that county or that state, because these are normally city or county memorials instead of a national memorial. Our city should have set something like that beforehand. We need it done now. We need a resolution set governing the use of that park. And there's a couple of city employees that have been actively trying to get this new memorial installed into the park. I feel that they've done everybody a disservice. It's been mismanaged. If they'd consulted any of the veterans groups around Wichita, the American Legion, the VFW, the DAV, the people organizations that actually installed memorials in the park already, and asked for our input when this was first brought up years ago, we wouldn't be in the position now where we're fighting this and it's now a public issue. It's not only created anguish and strife for the veterans wanting to protect and honor the ground that we've erected memorials on to honor our fallen soldiers in the past that's given their lives for our country. But it's also put us in direct conflict with another community in Wichita. And if this had been handled right to begin with, this would have never came to pass. So they've not only done the veterans a disservice by not doing things correctly from the get-go, but they've also done the other community wishing to install the memorial now a disservice. basically, that's pretty much the whole issue right there. We don't have a problem with the other communities' memorial going into another park somewhere, but we feel that this park is for American veteran memorials, and if you did not serve in the United States Armed Forces, then you don't deserve the right to go in this particular park.